Hello, everyone. It is me again, Russ Shaw, bombing down the freeway, doing another dash cam session. Welcome back. Doing another session today. Just finished up with episode 150 of the podcast. Closed out the Ten Commandments series of shows after over a year of doing them. 60 episodes, 60 podcasts. If you want to find those, by the way, if you stumbled on this video, I do a podcast at asi247.org. It's on Stitcher Radio, it's on iTunes, Keyword Addiction, Sexual Addiction. You'll find me there. Today I'm talking about resolutions, New Year's resolutions. It is going to be 2012 soon. End of the world, depending on who you listen to. This has been going on for years, man. People say that, oh, this is it, man, it's going to be the end of the world. All right. Anyway, I'm excited about 2012. 2012 is going to be awesome, going into a new year. And one of the things people do, especially in my country, here in the United States, we do a New Year's resolution. You know, it's just kind of a ritual that a lot of people do. You know, it's gained momentum because so many people do it, and they're doing it, and it must be the right thing to do, right? We're going to close out the year and start a new year with a new resolution. And I think that's cool, right? I mean, it's a new start. I think this is part of the motivation to do it. Brand new year. I want to be a brand new person. I want to be a different person. So I'm going to give myself a resolution, which is a law, right? The word resolution actually is, you know, when you make a resolution, you look at the House of Representatives, they'll talk about resolution number da-da-da-da-da, right? They're passing laws. So a New Year's resolution is like a personal law to you. But if we're real about it, right, I consider myself an optimistic realist, just to let you know. I'm not a full-blown, you know, what I would call just a Yahoo, woohoo optimist. I mean, there's a lot of folks like that are just real positive without a lot of, I don't know, without a lot of reason, you know, without a lot of rationale in their tank of reasoning. I don't know. It's just maybe I think too much. Bruce, you think too much. Just be positive. All right, but I'm also a realist too. So when it comes to New Year's resolutions, one of the realities is that people don't keep them. Most people don't keep them. The truth is, statistically, that most people, a huge number, up to 90%, you know, and then some of those are probably lying too, will not keep their New Year's resolution. It's just the way it is. All right. Why is that? That's my question. The question I ask, and as a guy who is interested in psychology, and psychologists will, you know, they'll say, well, you're lazy or you don't want to bad enough, you know. How many psychologists does it take to change a light bulb? It only takes one, but the light bulb has to change. Like, it has to really want to change. If the light bulb really, really wants to change, then one psychologist can change a light bulb, right? That's the old adage. Theology. If you go to the pages of Scripture, this book, the Bible, that was written thousands of years ago, looking into spiritual... that's my battery in my phone going dead, excuse me. Looking into spiritual realities, theologically, what does this mean? Why do people not keep their resolutions? The Apostle Paul, the guy that wrote 2/3 of the New Testament, he wrote in Romans chapter 7 that, you know, this conundrum of the spiritual life versus the flesh, you know, and having, and he has this angst because he wants to do what's right, right? But what's in his bones is wanting to do what's evil, right? Not just knowing that he should do what's right, but wanting to do the opposite. So his spirit is going, yes, I want to do the right thing. And I think a lot of people do that. A lot of people set out with their New Year's resolutions going, I want to do better. I want to be better. And they put out a resolution, but what happens is their spirit is writing a check that their heart, their flesh, right, the fleshy body, their flesh and bones can't cash. And this is true cognitively. If you study cognitive science, habits are built over time. Creating a new habit is going to take time. Creating a new, bad eating habits, for example. One of the biggest resolutions is I got to lose weight. There's something going on in our flesh. Yes, our spirit wants something better, but our flesh is still very much enslaved to the old way. So I pray that you change what you're focusing on, because the reality of the Bible, what the Bible's going to say is that we're all worshipers. Okay, you have a spirit, you have a heart, and your heart is thirsty. Your heart is like an engine that runs in your chest all of the time, and it's trying to drink something down. It's trying to. You're like another example is you're like a hose without a shut-off valve, constantly pouring out all of the time. It's not that you need new laws and rules. It's that you need to realize why you're doing them, what your life is pouring out into. Who do you love? Where is your treasure, really? And is that treasure deep enough to sustain real life change? Does it get to the roots? That's my challenge for you, is to not just create a new law, but take a hard look at where your heart is. What really is your treasure? What's really important? Bye.